We are getting ready for another ride. And Bandit's enjoying some oats before he will get a nice brush. And then we'll put all his gear on. Now Bandit's got all his gear on. And it's time to go. They're doing some work on houses here. We're getting new neighbors. So we just keep in mind that there might be some noises that the horse is not familiar to, and he might react to them. So that's just something that we keep in mind when we ride. Not that we worry about it, but we're just ready if the horse reacts. But we keep nice and calm. And here are some blocks of snow, some black blocks of snow that he doesn't like. But he looks at them quite skeptically. But now this is the third time that we are passing them, and he was a really good boy. Hardly didn't react at all. He just gave them a look. Good boy. So today is Saturday in January. It's about 1 p.m. Maybe 1:30. I'm not quite sure. And it's about 2 degrees Celsius. And we hardly have any wind. And I'm Sarah, and this is my horse Bandit. We're riding on an island, Visingsö. It's in Vättern. It's a big lake in the middle of Sweden. And this path right here is a path that I cleared out many years ago. And it's now quite popular. A lot of people are taking this path. It just gets better and better every year. In Sweden we have this called allemansrätten. It means that everybody has the right to move in the forest freely. They can move if walking, by horse, and by bicycle. You don't have the right to destroy anything, but you have the right to move across an area. This is allemansrätten. And it's really nice because you can go out in the forest and you can pick berries and mushrooms. On Visingsö, the forest belongs to Statens fastighetsverk. Most of the forests here on the island belongs to the Swedish government, the state. let's trot. I'm gonna do some posting trot. Posting trot, it means that I'm moving with one of the horse's hind legs diagonally, and I'm sitting down in the saddle when one hind leg is on the ground and the other is in the air. And it's really important when you do posting trot that you change the leg you're posting trot. You change the horse's back leg that you follow. It's also important that you don't have your weight in your stirrups. You keep your weight in your upper legs on top of the saddle, so you don't interfere with the horse. Good boy. Good boy. That's a bit of a rough path over there, but he did a good job. Here are some people coming up. The horse spotted them before I did. They're out on a nice walk. Now I'm shifting my posting trot to the horse's outer hind leg when I'm doing this turn to the outside of the circle. And here is a path that I cleared out for horses that goes diagonally with the other path. So when you're clearing paths in the forest, you don't have the right to cut down any trees, but you can cut down branches and stuff like that and move loose pieces from the ground. Now I'm going to shift my posting trot to the outside leg now on this circle when we're doing a turn. And it's the outside front leg when I'm doing the turn, so it's the inside hind leg. I'm sorry. It's quite hard to explain things in English when it's not my native language. And now we're coming up on some rocks over here. That Bandit, he does not like them. And I usually talk to him like in a baby voice and talk about these rocks. But now I'm gonna ignore it because I did this 2 days ago. So now I'm gonna see if he can manage on his own. So he's looking at them, but it was not that much. It was okay. But he's much more relaxed if I talk to him like he's a little baby. So I do that sometimes. Okay, now we're gonna walk. There's no traffic. We're in bits of a luck today because there are no cars. There tend to be a lot of traffic when there's traffic on this road because we live on an island, so there's a ferry, so there's a lot of cars coming at the same time. And then there's a lot of cars that are stressed and hurrying to the ferry, so they tend to speed. And the cars are really not the problem, but the horse is very used to cars, but there can be something on the side of the road that scares the horse so that he will jump out in front of the vehicles. So it's always good to be aware of your surroundings and check out the surroundings. There are a lot of deer and wild animals. That can spook a horse out on the road. So it's Saturday today, and I'm surprised to see that there's no other people in the forest today. Okay, let's trot. Good boy. Just reacted to a small sign. He's a young horse, Bandit. You're a good boy. Ooh. And let's walk. Good boy. You're a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Let's trot. Good boy. We have winter shoes on, so it's not slippery for Bandit. Oh, there's birds. I love those birds. The black ones, they're called koltrast in Swedish. I love them. Bandit thinks they're weird. They usually are in very low vegetation. They fly around very low. Look, let's take this path here. Good boy. Good boy. Ooh, and let's walk. Ooh, good boy. Such a good boy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good boy. You're a good boy. It's okay. Good boy. You did great. Was it scary? You did great. You're such a good boy. But where are all the islanders today? Well, at least there's a car over here. Maybe someone's in the garden. Yeah, Bandit, someone's in the garden. But they're probably nice people. You don't have to spook. They're nice. This is Visingsborgs trädgård. And that's the garden I'm talking about. It's really beautiful here in the summer. Well, maybe we can do some canter here. Let's see. Start with some trot. And canter. He's a good boy. Keep to the middle, Bandit. It's the best surface. You're such a funny boy, Bandit. Look at you go. You don't need to go that fast, Bandit. Ooh, down a bit. Ooh, down. Ooh, down. Ooh, down. Good, good. That's better. Ooh. boy. Good boy. Good boy. Was it fun? You don't want to stop? You like that? You like that, don't you? Yeah. You like it. You like it. It's nice. It's nice, yeah. Good boy. Ooh, down. Let's catch your breath a bit. Ah, boy. Good boy. Let's climb this one, Bandit. No, come on, climb it. You're a good boy. You're a boy. Good boy. This is an old target practice area. These trees here, they are oaks. They are famous for Visingsö. They were planted by the Navy in the 1800s. But they will never be turned into ships for the Navy. Because now the Navy has boats made out of metal. But they didn't know that in the 1800s. We love our oaks here on Visingsö. They're really beautiful. because they were meant to be built into ships. That's why they are so straight. So I think I did some right hand canter. So when we're coming around this bend, I'm gonna go for some left hand canter. We're gonna try. This bend bends to the right, so I will wait for this bend before I ask for the left hand canter. So let's start with some trot. And now I'm going to focus to shift my weight a bit to the right hind leg. So I will get a nice left hand canter. I think it worked. So I have to remind him here with my inner leg here. My left inner leg. Ooh, good boy. I'll slow down a bit. I'm gonna do it with my weights. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. So he tends to look to the right because he's a young horse. So he might change his canter. I don't want him to do that. Because he would bend his body to the right and then he might change his canter. So I have to remind him to not change it. Good boy. And now let's trot. Ooh, and then we abandon the rein. When we stop, we abandon the rein. Good boy. Good boy. Such a nice boy. So this canter to the left side, we have difficulties because I think I have the difficulties with my body to shift my weight right. So I'm confusing him a bit. And also he tends to speed up in order to keep his balance. So it's not that natural to us, but we do it because it's good gymnastics. You have to train each side. So we will both stay healthy and strong. Now we're back here. Let's take this road. Try to keep him to the side here because it wears on his winter shoes. He got these small spikes. They tend to wear out if you go a lot on this pavement. So when you try to keep your horse on to a specific side, there's really no idea to try to lean to that side. Because of the horse's spine, it's actually better to lean to the opposite side because of how the horse's spine moves. It will always move to the outside when he's walking to the inside. Because it's like a round. It becomes rounded to the outside, so it's better to follow that spine, or otherwise he will just get confused and go against, actually going to the opposite direction. And also when you're using the diagonal rein, it's important to use it when the front foot of that particular rein, when it's up from the ground. Because if you pull on that diagonal rein when the foot is on the ground, it will just keep that hoof on the ground to that side. It will not move the foot. So it's a good trick to try to keep a foot in place. But then again, you're using the direct rein. on the front foot and not the diagonal rein on the diagonal. I don't see any people today. So I think we're gonna take this path because there's some interesting stuff ahead. I see there's an oak that's come down. So it's a good opportunity for Bandit to use his brain a bit. Oh, this is really big. Jesus, that's really too big. I think he's gonna jump that one like an idiot. Let's go on the side here. He's so young, so I think he will go for it like a crazy horse. So let's take this path instead. He's not ready for that yet. Good boy. I didn't think it was that big. We're actually going to a riding arena that's on the north on the island tomorrow and jump some small poles. Good boy. There's some people on the road. They're not on the trail, but they're on the road. Good boy. Yeah, they're nice people, Bee. They're nice people, Bandit. They won't hurt ya. Hey, hey. Good boy. Good boy. We usually don't take this path. But now it's all nice and frozen, so. Good boy. You're a good boy. Such a good boy. Yeah. You chewing on your bit? Good boy. Good boy, stretching your neck like that. Nice. It's okay. It's okay. You're only scaring yourself. Yeah. You're a good boy. It's really it's really important to stay calm when you're riding a horse that's young and a bit skittish. Because they immediately pick up on your fears if you're hesitant or afraid or nervous. So you have to be very observant and react fast. And that can be tricky for some people because they tend to what's it called, get tense in their bodies when they're ready to do something like that. But it's really important when you're riding horses that you're always very, very relaxed in your body, but also ready for everything. So it's a good exercise and good trick to do breathing exercises. And you take deep and calm breaths if you have a nervous horse, anxious horse. Good boy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're a good boy. I'm gonna turn him to that. I'm gonna turn him around and let him go towards that tractor. Just because he reacted a bit to it. That's why I'm doing that. I just turned him around and made him go towards it. Good boy. It wasn't even close to you. We're taking it easy here because it's Saturday, so there might be other people in the forest, and I really can't see so far ahead. So we'll just have a nice walk here. Good boy. Good boy. So now I have a better field of vision, so I'm gonna do some sitting trot. Good boy. The terrain goes down, so he tends to speed up a bit. So it's important to let the rein loose so he won't lose his balance. And then he just will go faster and faster. Oh, let's walk. Good boy. Good boy. Such a good boy. Yeah. might be a doggy here in the yard. His name is Moomin, and he likes to bark. But he's a nice doggy. No Moomin today. And here is this sign that says that they don't want horses and motor vehicles to take this path, but I'm going to use the law in Sweden, that is the allemansrätten, and I'm going to walk my horse on this path because it is not forbidden. The allemansrätten does not give motor vehicles, the right to move in forests and paths. It's only applied to people who walk, people who ride horses, and people that ride bicycles. And today we're not doing any harm to this path, even though we have winter shoes on this horse. And it's a horse on about 470 kilos, maybe. But we're not doing any damage to this path today because the ground is quite frozen and nice. So there's really nothing stopping us from taking this path. The right is on our side. And the law is the law. And opinions are opinions. So here's another path that I cleared out for horses. And I found that a lot of riders have started to use it because they have changed the path a bit, and that's nice. They find their own ways through the forest. Just made the basic trail. And this is quite nice. There's just a problem ahead because the government uses really big machines when they are doing work in their forest. So one of the machines here has damaged one of the ditches. So the water flow is not okay ahead. So there's a really wet patch over here. And now when it's frozen, it's really difficult for the horse to move over it in a comfortable way. But another rider has made a path over the ditch and on the other side of this road. So we'll take that path today. So here is a really messy. Ooh, here ahead is really messy. It's really wet when it's a lot of plus degrees. And now it's totally frozen, a very uneven surface. So we'll take this path here over a ditch. Good boy! And over again. Good boy. Coming up ahead, there are some trees where I usually do some flexing exercises of the horse's spine. Because most of horses are just like humans, they are right-handed, so they're a bit stiff to one side. And I'm also stiff to one side. So this is a good exercise for us both. Oh, now I think he's gonna take a pee break. Good boy. I'm gonna shift my weight a bit forward because he puts his legs far back and I don't want to sit on his back and push it concave. Okay, now we're back. Good boy. So as you can see, my horse is quite relaxed. He stops and pees in the forest when he feels like it. He's a nice boy. So here are our trees. And let's shift our weights and try to keep okay, and now the other tree, the other side. Good boy. Go, go, go. Oh, now it's too narrow. You're a good boy. Good boy, one more. Good boy, nice. And then to the other side. Let's get them legs moving. And that neck flexing. Good boy. And now let's go straight. Release. Do what you will, horse. You're a good boy. So he felt really nice. He didn't seem tense. And I felt it also felt quite nice. I didn't feel tense in my body either. I usually try to do some gymnastics. But I really need to shape up my program and start that again, because it's really rewarding. To get the muscles on each side to move in a similar way. Now we're almost home. Okay, there's some children playing or a dog crying. I don't quite know. Or is there a child that's crying? Either way, there's a sound that the horse is not familiar to. But it doesn't seem too bothered from it. I'm more bothered from it. I always get distressed when you hear a child cry. And they're doing some work here on the house, so there's also a lot of sounds, weird sounds coming from the house. And now it seems to be time for a poop break. It's better to poop in the forest than on the road, so that was good. Good boy. That was a weird sound. Good boy. There's no traffic, so it's okay. Okay, let's walk to the other side now. Good boy. There you go. And now when he's all warm and nice and warm, let's do some gymnastic here. So I'm gonna move the hind leg to one side. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna move the hind legs to the other side. Good boy. Ooh, and then we're gonna move the front legs to one side. Good boy. Ooh, and then we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna move the front legs to the other side. Good boy. This is really good to do these things when the horse isn't too tired and when he's warm and relaxed. So I usually do this when I come home and I feel that he's fresh. Because otherwise he will struggle with it. And I will also struggle with it because I'm not warmed up and in tune with the horse. So, but that was really nice. Good boy. Now let's go inside and eat some carrots. Come on, boy, you're a good boy. And you get your carrot. Thank you, Bandit. So that's that for today. Now I'm gonna brush him up and put on a rug and check his feet. Then he's gonna get some food and something to drink and go outside with his buddies.